Hello, Deep Voice Dude here. Welcome to my channel. With the start of the NBA season coming up, I'm going to do some NBA award predictions. I'm going to give you my choice, two dark horse picks, and a guy that's often predicted that I don't think will win the award. Also, treat this video as a podcast as I'm not going to change the picture on screen. With that, let's get started. For MVP, my choice is Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers. Well, one reason he's just really talented. Also, I think LeBron will kind of take it easy in the regular season, and Anthony Davis will lead the team. He's never won it before, which seems to give an advantage to players. My first dark horse is Nikola Jokic. The reason he's a dark horse is because he's kind of on a kind of lower visibility team. However, he is the best player on the Nuggets. The Nuggets were the 2 seed last year, and I think if they're the 1 seed last or 1 seed this year, he'll be the best player on the best team. That'll get him a lot of votes. My other dark horse is Donovan Mitchell, kind of for the same reason. He's at least the best scorer on the Utah Jazz, and if the Jazz have a great record, he'll get votes because of that. A popular choice I don't buy is James Harden, mainly because with Russell Westbrook there, he's gonna have to share the load. He's won it before, so he doesn't have that narrative. Also, the voters don't seem to like his style of play with his kind of flopping and less than stellar defensive effort. So next award is going to be Most Improved Player. My choice is Brandon Ingram. Reason is he's entering his fourth season. That's often when guys take the leap, kind of like a Pascal Siakam kind of type. Also, he's on a team that's going to have a lot of publicity with Zion Williamson, Lonzo Ball. The team's also going to need a scoring because neither of those guys, or really anyone on the team, except for I guess JJ Redick, are prolific scorers. My first dark horse is DeAndre Ayton, the center out of Phoenix. Reason is he's a really high draft pick. He's incredibly talented. His team's going to need his size. Also, Ricky Rubio. He'll have Ricky Rubio there feeding him the ball, so his offensive numbers should increase. Other dark horse is Jonathan Isaac. He's entering his third season, so sophomore slump is over. The Orlando Magic are probably going to be in the playoffs. A popular choice I don't buy is Markelle Fultz. Reason being is during the preseason, his jumper still doesn't look great. I also don't think he's ever gonna crack the starting rotation in Orlando, at least this season. So I don't think a backup's gonna win Most Improved Player. My Coach of the Year choice is Quinn Snyder of the Utah Jazz. I think the Jazz are gonna be a top 1 or 2 seed, maybe 3 seed in the Western Conference. And the Coach of the Year kind of goes to the team that overachieves or surprises. And the Utah Jazz have been well coached for a while now. Quinn Snyder's did a good job. It'll be somewhat of a career achievement, I think, if he does well. I only have one dark horse here, and that's Steve Kerr. Reason being is because the Warriors lost Kevin Durant. Klay Thompson's going to be gone for a lot of the season. But if they're still a top 3 seed, which I think is certainly possible, I'm not predicting them to be a top 3 seed, but I wouldn't be shocked if they do. He'll get some points because he did a great job. A popular choice I don't buy is Doc Rivers for 2 reasons. One, the Clippers are title favorites, so it's really impossible for him to overachieve. Second, I think the Clippers are going to load manage quite often in the regular season. I don't really expect them to. I wouldn't be shocked if they're a 5 through 8 seed in the playoffs. So they'll make the playoffs, but I wouldn't be shocked if they don't really care at all about the regular season and getting home court advantage. My Rookie of the Year choice, it's Zion Williamson. Obvious choice. But sometimes the best players drafted first. Sometimes they come in the league really good. He's also he has the media narrative on his side. Let's be a little bit real here. That matters. He's the focal point of New Orleans. Maybe Drew Holiday, but I think Zion's might be like the legitimate focal point of the offense in New Orleans. My first dark horse is Rui Hachimura. Main reason being is he's 2 years older than guys like Zion and R.J. Barrett and John Morant. So he has a bit more experience, a bit more age, a bit more size, strength on his side. Also, he's going to be the second option in DC, and he'll be first if Brad Beal gets traded. So he should get a lot of opportunity there. My other dark horse is Michael Porter Jr. of the Denver Nuggets. Remember, he was drafted in 2018, but he didn't play last year due to injury. Reason being is he's really talented. He fell in the draft to 15 because he had a lot of injury concerns at Missouri. Also, the Denver Nuggets are going to be a really good team, which could mean he doesn't get much opportunity. However, they're pretty weak at the small forward position, his position, so he might actually get he probably won't start this year at all, but he might get 6, 7 man opportunity. Plus the team's going to be really good, which I think could help him. And a popular choice I don't buy is R.J. Barrett. I just think he's going to need some time in the league to get his body ready for NBA basketball. So all right, so I'm going to pick who I think is going to be the champ of each conference. In the East, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. They have the MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo from last year. They were the 1 seed during the regular season, and the only reason they lost is because of Kawhi, and Kawhi's in the West now. They have a really great coach. He won Coach of the Year last year, so he can get them in good shape. They have playoff experience now. They know what they have to do to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now it's just taking the next step. Dark horses, honestly, I think that it's either going to be the Bucks. I think it's going to be the Bucks. It could be the Sixers if everything goes right for them. However, they're actually my popular choice. I don't buy the 76ers. I'll just get into them right now. I think they do have a chance. However, this is a shooters league, and they lost Jimmy Butler and JJ Redick. So I guess their best shooter is Furkan Korkmaz, but he's like the 10th man. So I guess Tobias Harris or Mike Scott, they don't inspire a lot of confidence. They're going to need Ben Simmons to step up big time. He's already shooting a little bit better in the preseason, but they're going to have to have him do poorly. I mean, Joel Embiid's going to be a top 5 MVP candidate, probably most dominant center in the league, at least from an offense and defense standpoint. Jokic is a better playmaker. But yeah, I just don't. It's a wing league, and the Sixers don't have a wing. So my first dark horse is going to be the Indiana Pacers. That pretty much need Oladipo to come back healthy. Then they need their Sabonis and Miles Turner to both play really well. They could also match up well against the 76ers due to those 2 centers they have. Have you guys noticed how in the Eastern Conference, a lot of the great teams have centers, but in the West, there's really only Denver and Los Angeles, in Utah, in Minnesota. Okay, never mind. The West is just better at everything. So yeah, Indiana, if Oladipo comes back, they could make a run at it because I think he could be the 3rd best player in the conference after Giannis and Embiid. The other dark horse is the Orlando Magic. I mean, they'll need their guards like DJ Augustine, Markelle Fultz maybe to step up, but Aaron Gordon, Nikola Vucevic, Jonathan Isaac, that's a trio that could lead to the Western Conference Championship, considering the West isn't that strong. So in the West, I have the Los Angeles Clippers winning the conference. Reason because I was talking earlier, it's a wing-driven league, and they have arguably the 2nd and 3rd best wings with Kawhi Leonard. Honestly, that could be the 1st and 3rd with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. They also have great defenders such as Patrick Beverley. They have great depth. Lou Williams, 6th man of the year. Montrezl Harrell, 7th man of the year. Ivica Zubac, I'm a little bit concerned about how we'll do, especially against guys like Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert, Nikola Jokic in the potential Western Conference Finals. However, with Kawhi and George scoring, Rudy Gobert can't play against them, so they'd probably have to sub him out. And for Utah, and I think they just have too much firepower. Like I said, it's a wing-driven league, and they have great wings. My first dark horse, my dark horses are Nuggets and Jazz because I pretty much talk about them a lot. But Denver, they were a 2 seed last year. They won their first series against the Spurs in 7. They lost to Portland in 7. So they have a lot of playoff experience. That's something that teams need. Nikola Jokic is great. Jamal Murray can score. Guys like maybe if Michael Porter Jr. steps up, and that'll be just one other weapon they have. As for Utah, they're kind of going all out this year. They added Michael Conley. They added Bogdan Bogdanovic. Is that the right way? Yeah, it's Bogdan Bogdanovic. They still have Mitchell. They still have Ingles. They still have Gobert. That's 5 really quality starters, including Mitchell, who could take a step into becoming a maybe one step below superstar into star. So they could be a team to beat. A popular choice I don't buy is the Los Angeles Lakers. So don't get me wrong, LeBron and Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is my MVP pick, but so they're 2 of the top 5 players in the league. However, after that, there's a pretty noticeable drop off. Danny Green, he can shoot well, but not. Danny Green, he can shoot well. It's about all. JaVale McGee, I don't trust him. Avery Bradley, come on. And then their bench players, I guess Caruso, but he's more of a meme at this point. And then also Davis and James. Well, Davis mainly, he has an injury history. LeBron, he got injured last year, so I'll be curious to see how that goes. So yeah, those are my picks for the 2019-2020 NBA season. I hope you liked this video.